And what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's analysis on KASPA. It's been a very long time since I last covered KAS. I know I was doing it, I was doing it every other day. I was covering KAS every other day, but now owing to, the multi-month consolidation that we've seen right here, almost over 6 months, right? Because if you really consider this, KASPA has been ranging since November of last year. What is the range? Well, we were looking at anywhere between, let's just take this wick high, at around 15 cents, going all the way down to this 9-cent zone. Now, this range, that being said, was a very profitable range for those of you just playing the swings, right? If you're basically taking your longs or buying KAS on support, selling at resistance, buying KAS at support once again. But now question is, do you sell at resistance once again, right? Now, a gun to my head. Gun to my head. If you had to ask me, Krisha, this is a bear market or a bull market? I think we're currently in a bull market. In fact, I feel like the recipe that we have across the board right now is highly conducive to this bull run actually continuing, where we actually start seeing even some of the altcoins start breaking their previous local highs. Now, for KASPA, that was what? For KASPA, that was this local high right here. If you round up, takes it to 19 cents. Right, so that is my current expectation of the market, and KASPA's current position right now with what it is doing currently. I do believe that this move right here, you see this green candle on the weekly time frame, this sees continuation to the upside. So today I'm going to be telling you about the bullish development I'm seeing on KASPA as well as targets to the upside. Cool beans. So with that, let's dive in. Step number one of our analysis, which is the Mango dashboard. What is the trend in the volatility telling us on the dashboard? Because this essentially is going to help us understand whether or not does KASPA's move continue, and even if it does continue, as a trader, what is it that we want? Well, we want amazing bid opportunities. Bids that are easy to manage, not just in terms of the numbers, and the position, but even in terms of trading psychology. Right? You do not want a trade to stress you out, but when you get it at a good level, it's not going to stress you out. All right, you can manage it well. All right, so that's what the dashboard is going to give us, as well as, guys, just a quick housekeeping note right here under the premium video section. I will be uploading trade setups. Okay, so now I just uploaded one day before yesterday. I will be giving you guys another update on that very trade today. The last time we caught the same trade on the same coin, we got a good 200% move on that. So I believe we're about to trigger that system once again. So yeah, heads up for those of you who have access to the premium video section. Make sure to keep up to date with that. So now with this, guys, let's filter out KAS. You guys can find the dashboard on app.mangoresearch.co. All right, so KASPA on the drop down. So now, so far, okay, the trends, okay, what we are looking for is bulls. We want to see long trends. We want to see bullish trends, right? 4-hour time frame to the daily time frame is literally telling us is that, hey, the bulls are in control. But more importantly, they're showing their hand there. Look at the returns. If you manage to catch any of these trades on the 4-hour time frame or on the daily time frame, say you caught the trade on the daily time frame, right? We got the trigger on the long signal 5 days ago, right? If you had a alert set on it, you probably received an email that KASPA's trend actually flipped long 5 days ago. Caught a trade on it, you're up 14%. But what's important about this is that the bulls are seeing follow through, and in a big way. But now question is, does this trend continue? In my opinion, I do believe that the volatility profile on the 12-hour time frame and on the daily time frame, it's really healthy. 38 is super compressed. 57 is moderate, but what this is telling me is that the bulls have a lot more juice still left in them to take KASPA even higher. Okay, but now question is, if you look at the chart, I don't know, do you want to be buying here? Should we be buying here? Or can we actually expect maybe a bit of a pullback, giving us a better bid opportunity? Should you be waiting on the pullback? Well, let's go ahead and check out the 4-hour time frame. Okay, 4-hour time frame is telling us that volatility is 62. Okay, now 62 is not that high, all right? It's closer to the 50 moderate number, that orange zone, than it is to the high 90s. So 62 on vol is telling me that, okay, you know what, the bulls still could take this up a bit more before they get exhausted on the lower time frames. When we do start seeing exhaustion, that's when we can expect a minor pullback. Please take note of the words I'm using, a minor pullback, because oftentimes, guys, just a quick crash course on how these trends are going to work and the bids that we want to capitalize on in an uptrend. All right, uptrends are going to look something like this. They're not going to move up in one straight line, okay? They're not going to move up like this. No, No. Very seldom do they do this. Maybe shit coins with low liquidity, they'll move up like that in straight lines. But usually you see ebb and flow of price action. Now what we want to capitalize on are these minor time frame pullbacks, okay? And more importantly, you see many of these pullbacks bounce, right? The bounce comes in, all right? This bounce right here, it comes in on higher time frame support. That's what we want to see, okay? But as traders, what is it that we want to capitalize on here? Well, we want to capitalize on this bid opportunity, right? We want to buy these dips. Because now think about it, we're sitting stress-free in the position when it starts moving in our direction. And if it breaks trend, we know that we are wrong really, really fast and we get to get out in a minimal loss, right? So that's essentially what we want to capitalize on. We want to capitalize on those lower time frame pullbacks. But now question is, do we actually see a lower time frame pullback here? Can we actually see KASPA return back to maybe 11 cents before we see the next impulsive move? The dashboard so far telling us that, hey, the bulls might take this up a bit more before we start seeing any pullback. All right, so I want you guys to start using the volatility to help you figure out if you're going to get a better bid opportunity. Because as these markets start running, guys, the FOMO is really going to kick in. It's going to kick in hard. All right, when you see the volatility pick up on any of the coins that you are looking at and say you fail to get a bid, you fail to get your position in, well, what's going to happen? You're going to be like, well, shit, I'm just going to buy here, right? Only for price to then pull back on you, and then suddenly you're one big hot mess, and then you let go of a good position. So what's going to happen is that price pulls back. All right, I'm just explaining how the psyche works, okay? Price, you buy here, price pulls back. Now you're sitting in a mess. You're like, oh my God, what if it breaks? What if it breaks some more? What if it comes all the way down here? Now suddenly, what's your losses on this? All right, from the top right now all the way to the green line, that's like a 13% dump to the downside, right? You're sitting in 13% in losses. Then you're suddenly thinking, okay, if it breaks this rate range, then it comes all the way down to the red box territory, which is a good 32% in losses. And now you are driving yourself crazy just based on those potential losses that you might incur. But what's important here is that even if it gets all the way down to the green line, where now suddenly you're one big hot mess, are you wrong on the trade? No, you're not. Because you know what? If prices come down here, it would still be a good picture. We are not breaking that bullish trend just yet. Prices could bounce here, okay, making you right on your entire trade thesis, because your thesis was that KASPA was going to rally. Well, KASPA did rally, but question is, did you have enough mental and emotional juice, as well as did you have enough margin if you're trading on leverage? Did you have enough margin to be able to sit through this drawdown right here, right? So these are things that you need to consider, and this is why good bid opportunities are very, very important, okay? So right now, the dashboard is telling us that, hey, we might see a pullback soon, but not immediately, owing to the volatility profile that I'm seeing right here. In conclusion, use the volatility to help you figure out if you can get a better bid, okay? So now, if I get on over to KASPA's chart, there's something that's happened here, okay, in this current juncture. If I take you on over to the daily time frame, you can see it best. We actually broke out of a very, very important formation right here. Right, this is a bullish head and shoulders pattern, okay, with this being the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, we have an official break. Now, if I go ahead and take the measured move of this beautiful, very neat head and shoulders pattern and plot it on the break, where is this going to take KASPA up to? This is going to take KAS all the way up to 17 cents. And getting up to 17 cents is going to be very, very key, because at that point, guys, we're suddenly very close to the local highs that we previously put in on the weekly time frame, right? But now I'm sure many of you guys are like, okay, fine, Krisha, you know, but how? Tell us, you know, is this a good buy opportunity? Well, I've been using my objective indicators to my advantage, okay? Now that volatility is picking up, I'm going to implore you guys to start using your objective indicators. Here at Mango, we have the Mango dynamic indicator and we have the Mango Lifeline indicator. Now, the Lifeline is essentially going to help us with those bids, right? If I go ahead and turn on the Lifeline indicator here on the daily time frame, beautiful. Look at what's happening. Jeez Louise. Okay, so for those of you who are not aware of the Lifeline indicator, so essentially it's a 360 indicator. Candles are red, that means, hey, it's got a bearish bias. All right, there's a good chance that the bears are taking over and prices fall even further. If the candles turn green, it's telling you that, hey, it's a bullish bias. The higher winning probability is on the bullish end. All right, so longs have the edge here. Now, it gives you that first, but bullish bearish is not everything that we need to know as traders. The next question we want to know is that, okay, it's bullish. Now you can see the candles have turned green. Okay, so now the bias has flipped bullish. But now question is, what's the next bid opportunity? Now it gives you the bid opportunities in terms of the buy ops right here. So far we have a buy op at around 12 cents. We have two buy ops. Okay, this one is actually really cool. We got buy op number one at 0.124. Okay, you can see that prices came down here, wicked right off, and then rallied to the upside all the way to target one. The second buy op is actually in line with the invalidation. So it even gives you an invalidation, because as traders, it's not just important of, hey, understanding when is it time to be taking the trade. It's also about knowing when are you wrong on the trade. So that's what the invalidation helps you with. Just in case, you know what, you're wrong on the trade, it gives you the invalidation saying that, hey, if prices closes underneath the invalidation, you're wrong on the trade, get out, gun for lower. So right now it appears that we're hovering over target number one. The next target only comes in at 14 cents and then 15 cents. Now, of course, guys, if you want direct access to the Mango Lifeline indicator, you'll find this on the mango.com/lifeline. I will be including a link down in the description below. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. Now, as prices evolved on the chart, we're currently hovering over target number one on KASPA. So does this mean that we get all the way up to target number two ASAP in one fell swoop? I believe that's a good 8 to 9% from where price is at right now. It's a good 10% actually from where price is at right now. Also considering that we've broken out of that beautiful let's say the head and shoulders like pattern. No, while yes, we've sort of gotten to target one, I do believe that we're currently up against a tad bit of resistance here. Okay, and that resistance is actually on the daily time frame once more. But go ahead and turn on your Ichimoku cloud. Okay, check this out. We have cloud resistance overhead. Right, so we have like an entire zone right now that KASPA is sort of in. It's cloud resistance, lifeline target one, as well as a neckline of that beautiful, beautiful pattern. This is the zone, right? We start getting rejected on the daily time frame of cloud resistance. I say that, hey, you know what? KASPA actually comes back down, giving us a better bid opportunity. At that point, we can start looking at the bid on the Mango Lifeline indicator. Okay, so that's what I personally am going to be gunning for, and that's also going to give us the next higher low, and that's the higher low that we want to bid, remember, right? So we got one higher low right here. In fact, as soon as we started the trend, we got one low right here. This was the higher low, right? So we want the next higher low as well, and that's the low that we want to bid, right? So that's the one I personally am going to be gunning for. However, that being said, if tomorrow KASPA actually closes over this zone right here, I'm saying chances are we rally to target number two on the Lifeline indicator. Okay, target number two comes in at around 14 cents. Right, at that point, I believe the next bid opportunity, if we start seeing strength on KASPA here, the next bid opportunity is going to be this entire zone. I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible, like an if this, then that. I personally would prefer catching it on the higher low, but hey, if the chart is showing strength, it's showing strength. You got to take it for the information that it's giving you right now. Right, so far we're seeing a bit of a rejection, so I'll be waiting on additional confirmation over this range right here for me to be like, okay, the bulls are showing more strength even on the lower time frames. Chances are we rally from here. Now, in the instance that we rally, what's the next big target that I'm looking for? Yeah, because these are the targets based on the current range, the volatility, the momentum that you're seeing on the daily time frame. But if I take you on over to the weekly time frame, if KASPA actually starts living over this target on even the weekly time frame, comes in right here. All right, 15 cents. As soon as KASPA starts clearing out 15 cents, I will not be surprised if we start seeing another push to the upside, potentially even taking out the previous all-time highs on KASPA's chart at around 19 cents. Okay, that's what I personally am going to be looking towards. This target on the weekly time frame, my friends, comes in at around 0.159. Alrighty, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis on KASPA. If you did, of course, hit the likes. If you're looking for a fun community to talk TA with, if you have trade ideas, you want trade ideas, you want a fun place where we can all thrive together, check out the Discord chat at themangoway.com/Discord. And don't forget, guys, Mango Dashboard premium videos are going to be going out all week owing to all of the opportunities across the board. You'll find the premium videos on the menu bar right here. All right, so keep up with this. Trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the Mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.